moving super fast then. And like I said, a bristleback that's not moving is possibly a dead bristleback. So looks like Witch Doctor going to be going for his Aghanims. I think that's really smart because so far in this game, he has not had a lot of interruption to that. Windrunner sitting about 800 gold away from his Necro 3, unless it's coming to us on the Crow, which it's not. Bringing some Observer Wards undoubtedly to that Witch Doctor. A little bit of smoke being popped. Guess they want to swing bottom. I love the Shivas on the Bat Rider. I think this is a great Bat Rider item, especially if you dive and net somebody. Just pop the Shivas. That's 200 AoE damage on the whole enemy team. It's sweet and lowers their movement speed. It's going to possibly interrupt their positioning for the battle. Guess the AC is going to be on the Lone Druid. He wants even more armor there. Though the Spirit Bearer is going to be attacking slow at this point, I don't think it's the worst deal in the world because it's going to be kind of tough to kill the Lone Druid, except for OD, because obviously OD splashes right through it. I kind of feel like, for once in a game, Lone Druid doesn't have enough HP here, because that splash just does a ridiculous, or the pure damage just beast. Undying might actually be going for his Aghanims. I have not seen an Aghanims Undying almost ever. The bonuses from it are really, really bad. It's like, it gives you 15% damage boost, and then the Aghanims gives you 20% damage boost. It's like, thanks, I guess. Though Undying does need to tank, it's going to give him a lot of HP, which is good for that, and it's going to give him mana. He's going to be able to cast non-stop, especially with that aura from OD. But maybe it'll work out. Who knows? They do have quite a bit of AoE damage on the Sentinel team, so I think it's not horrible. But we'll see how it ends up working out. OD sitting at 850 gold. Not quite having any other items just yet. We'll see if he does go for a sheep stick next. That's my guess. Or maybe a force staff. It's possible also. He doesn't have a does not have a TP scroll right now, and looks like the power shot's going to go and just doing a little bit of damage to Spirit Bearer. Gotta do that when you can. And Windrunner undoubtedly wants this Necro 3 because it would be sexy. I love how Necro 3 looks as the item. Necro 1 looks stupid. Necro 2 is kind of cool, but Necro 3 is just like badass as hell. It's so sweet. And I guess we can look at some CS totals and some levels. Wow, 0, 5, and 9 on the OD. He has not gotten any kills. That's the biggest thing that's shutting down the Sentinel team, in my opinion, is the OD is just not getting kills. He just keeps dying, and wow, he did actually make the Bloodstone. Really weird. So let's look at the Bloodstone benefits. He's gaining, alright, he got an extra 100 HP. He got an extra 50 mana maybe, something like that. I don't think the Soul Booster gave 500 HP. I'll talk about this in a second. Scourge Team's going to be initiating here. Bear's here as well. Earthshaker's going to blink, doing a big Echo Slam, doing a lot of damage to Creep, so not enough hold on to the Flesh Golem. Witch Doctor's looking to ult at any second here. He's going to ult. I wish he dropped a little bit more forward, but he's going to drop it right there, taking big damage to himself from that Bristleback. But Enigma ults and is going to stop so much damage from the Witch Doctor. There is a Jangle going down. Bat Rider very low. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. The Black Hole, the Enigma goes down. The Bristleback goes down immediately afterwards, shackling the bear to his bear. This bear is doing a little bit of auto-attacking. There we go. They do pick him off there. The Witch Doctor does get entangled just in time for the Spirit Bear to possibly survive. Nice cogs. Going to keep them away from this. Here's beautiful cogs. That absolutely saved the bear. Really nice move from that Clockwork. And Spirit Bears here just do a little bit of auto-attacking to the Witch Doctor, or a little bit of AoE damage, but he's got to keep that alive. He just summoned that. So yeah, looking at the Bloodstone, unless we have a dead OD. Once again, OD goes down. First target, 0, 6, and 11. Very smart move to pick him off there, but luckily for the Sentinel team, they're getting a lot of semi-carry potential from all these heroes because they all have good items. And this is why it's good to actually get items on your support heroes now. Like Witch Doctor, there aren't a lot of wards for the Sentinel team, but once he gets that Aghanims, he's actually going to be doing a pretty damn good job. I would never say, I'm never going to advocate rushing an Aghanims on a Witch Doctor because the chances of you actually getting there are very unlikely, but if you just do like a Tread's Wand and a Medallion of Courage, you can actually make good contributions, and as you get these parts, you have HP to supplement your contribution items. And once he does get that Aghanims, he's going to be doing even better damage, so that'll be cool. OD is going to swing top, so yeah, let's look at this Bloodstone quick. He does regen faster, he respawns faster and loses less gold. I guess I forgot about that. Also, he heals his team 400 HP when he dies, so that's kind of cool. And he has been dying first every time, so I always forget about that bonus. There was one game I played where I had a Bloodstone and actually saved one of my allies. I was like, holy shit, it works. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, OD, I guess it's worth completing. I mean, it's going to heal your teammates when he dies, and he dies early. It gives him a little bit more HP. It gives him a little bit more HP regen. And he's never going to run out of mana. That's for damn sure. So kind of cool that he did pick that up. I guess it's okay. Does he not have any charges? Oh, this is the previous version, so he has to get charges. Sorry, it's not the one where he gets 5 charges right off the bat. But it really doesn't matter. In my opinion, he really doesn't need the charges. And when you do, they're supposed to regen or respawn you faster, but I think it's like 1 second per charge or something silly like that. It's really nothing that's gonna happen, you know, like nothing realistic. So hopefully he'll hit a sheep stick next. Who knows though? His intelligence plus is really not good at all. This is very atypical. His ult is pretty much doing no damage at this point, though it is draining mana probably. Anybody that's approximately close to him in terms of intelligence levels is going to get most of their mana drained, which is probably just Enigma. Everybody else is going to take damage from it. He is sitting at just about 100, and Enigma is actually quite a ways away. I don't know, 30 times. Yeah, I think the ult, if you have barely more intelligence than the enemy heroes, you drain like 75% of their mana or something. It's so annoying, especially when you're playing Leshrac and you need a big mana pool. That's so frustrating when the OD just drains it. He's like, oh, sorry, goodbye. Goodbye to your mana. Looks like the bear wants to be aggressive here. Scourge team is sitting a little precarious right now. They did lose a team fight, but this game is really great so far. Really back and forth. Really cool stuff. Stun going on the bear. He forced a cask out of him. So nice play there. And now Witch Doctor is going to have to wait till he gets his cooldown back up. And then he's going to be ready to rumble. Looks like a big push going on bot lane, so they can't sit here forever, unfortunately. Eventually they're going to have to push. Look how sexy that icon is. Necro 3. So cool. And I expect the Bat Raider once again go in on that. Such big damage on the bear. That's really good. Looks like Cask is going to land on that Spirit Bear, but he's going to be fine. Runs into the darkness, and it does not bounce there because he doesn't have sight. Blade Mail going on the Bristleback. Really nice move there. He's got only 1700 HP. Bristleback's HP gain is really not good at all, which is fair because he does have such tank. You have to supplement that with your items. So sometimes it's good to get like power treads or something like that. And it looks like Scourge team or Sentinel team is going to back off. They did notice that bot push was heading down, so they're going to back off and clear that out. And from there, I think they are at least. I guess they're just going to back up and pop a smoke and go for a rush in. The Scourge team did have wards up, but the OD, oh my gosh, OD, okay, look. There are wards here. They popped the Necro 3. This ward is just about to go away. I don't know if they realized that they were going to... Are they going to rush? I just don't know. Necro 3 is really good for clearing out wards, so it does give you true sight. They still haven't cleared this bot lane. Look how many range creeps this is. I don't know what they're doing here. They're going to pop the sentry up there to see if there's a ward. The ward was not there, so now they just may go for the rush in. I think this would be a smart thing to do. Maybe send one person back and rush in. Send the OD back. He doesn't have a TP scroll, actually. It looks like they're all going to back up. Undying is going to be there first. Going to pop a tombstone and decay. Yep, going to pop that tombstone. There goes the decay, just doing a little bit of... maybe he didn't. I don't know. But he's going to clean up a lot of CS here. I kind of wish the Scourge team would have gone for that kill. They were very confused. There were no sentry wards. They're like, well, where the hell are the sentry wards? But it did disappear. It just ran out just in time for them not to see that coming. I feel like I just saw a rocket going down. Witch Doctor, how close is he to his Aghanims? 793. He needs another 1,200. Not quite there. And Scourge team looks like they're positioning themselves to rush in. Also, the Flame Break going to roll down here and going to pop that bear into the face. And the Bristleback does plus 100 currently from his VADs and from his Warpath. It does so much damage, so much bonus damage. Looks like Bear just doing a little bit of Radiance damage, and they are going to spot that Sentry Ward. I don't know whose Sentry Ward that was. How did they have sight on that? I guess this Sentry Ward was just within range. Kind of weird. Flame Break going down once again. Bot lane will be pushing for the Sentinel team. Mid lane looks like it's pushing for the Scourge team. Witch Doctor trying to slow that down with a cask, but he doesn't quite have the right kind of AoE damage. Just a few too many creeps for him to contribute there. But he will pick up the CS here, so. And a little bouncing going to go down. That'll help his lane push just a little bit, especially when the reinforcements get there. And Silbear picking up a Blade Mail, very cool. He is pretty susceptible to that OD, like I said. So at this point, he going to be a little bit harder for him to take damage. So lots of damage going on the Spirit Bear, but he looks like he wants to just push this bot lane. I think this is a really smart move, just using the Spirit Bear to push the lane here. And the reason he's doing that is now the Sentinel heroes can't proposition themselves for a possible push. So he did just, he should have stayed a second later, would have gotten two or three CS, unfortunately. Was not able to. I mean, look at these two teams. They're honestly just staring each other down. They both know they're there. The Spirit Bear is here, taking even more damage from that OD. He's getting pretty low in life there, taking even more damage. He doesn't even have the Radiance on him anymore. It looks like he put it back on the Silbear, which I think is pretty smart. He will have to be aggressive now, but with that Blade Mail and that Assault Cuirass, he's going to have quite a bit of survivability. OD is pretty far forward here. It looks like the bear wants to get an entangle, but not going to happen.
A player's forces are
what a weird game. They're just staring each other down. Bristleback's like, hey, what's up, OD? And looks like the bear trying to get an entangle, but not going to happen. He's going to take a little bit of auto attack damage here, and the Necro 3 is going to be aggressive. They're going to banish the Silver, and this is going to be the start of the game here. Here comes the Bristleback, or wow, immediately taking out the Tombstone. Really nice move. 480 damage to the Lone Druid from that OD, but he pops his Blade Mail, doing good damage to that OD now. Earthshaker stuns and does all of his stuff. The Silver Bear is still alive, but he banishes himself right before he goes down. Nice Shackle Shot, going to pick off the Enigma, and the Earthshaker and Bat Rider is going to be chasing. Black Hole going down, only going to catch the Windrunner. Not the best Black Hole by any means. Going to try to pick off the Silver Bear. He's 53 HP. He needs to pop his wand. If it's off cooldown, he probably already used it though. Enigma trying to pick off these 2 arrows. Undying taking a lot of damage. He's going to get killed by the tower. Holy crap. Nice play from the Scourge team. And Bat Rider going to be chasing, taking a little bit of damage there. Clockwork still at full HP, is not initiated. He does have a medallion, very interesting. Going to possibly get to this Windrunner. He does cog him in. Unfortunately, the Bristleback not able to auto-tech, but going to be putting down those things, the quills, and Clockwork going to launch an ult, try to catch the Bat Rider, but not going to happen.
A town is under siege.
He's going to make it out, sitting on an ultimate, or probably going to be going for a sheep stick next. I expect it'll help shut down enemy carries, especially late game enemy carries. So holy crap, is this game close? Flame Break going to spot the Bristleback doing a Roshan possibly. He does pick up that medallion. Oh, that's medallion on the Clockwork. Medallion is like the best item ever for Roshaning. Gives him a -6 armor. It's just so good. Plus the nasal goo. It's super good. He needs to keep doing it though. Come on. Come on. Look at that. -4 armor just from the nasal goo. And now the Lone Druid just life stealing his balls off. 30 HP per hit. That's pretty darn good. Bear comes up. Hopefully they'll get an entangle. I don't know if entangle actually works on Roshan. But I do believe these heroes know that that was aware. Wow, they have a self. I didn't even realize they have no extra regen on the Bat Rider yet. Normally you see him go like a Vanguard or something, but this game he just picked up that Shivas, which, like I said, is very smart to lower the attack speed of the Silver Bear, and it'll help against the Bristleback as well. Weird Earthshaker going to be picking up a Vanguard. He does not have anything like an Aghanims started, but he wanted some more regen, so I think that's really smart. And it's going to stop damage from the zombies as well, which is really good. Though the zombies haven't been doing very well. I haven't been pointing out the fact that Bristleback's quills have just been owning the zombies, but that's undoubtedly what's happening. Bristleback picking up a Demon Edge. He's probably going to be going for Monkey King Bar. He still has regular boots, which is kind of weird, but I like it. It's cool. He's going to be going through True Strike. I don't know if anybody actually has anybody's been going for a Butterfly or not, but oh duh, Windrunner. Haha. Windrunner has that Windrun ability, which lets him evade, so. And Bristleback does really good damage when he has Warpath. He doesn't actually have Warpath right now. This is his base damage from items. But when he actually does get Warpath, it gives him like 40 damage, I think, and he can cast that a couple times. He can get in pretty ridiculous damage ranges, so I expect he's going to be going Boots of Travel later. Looks like we have a 4-step on the Bat Rider now. He's going to be able to blink and steal someone. Nice. Oh, man. Shivas is so cool. It's probably one of my favorite items. I think it's just such a cool item. I love how it looks. It's just such cool art, and I like this little animation. It's just a really well designed item, I think. I kind of wish it got picked up more over the Sheepstick, but this is one game where it will be useful. Aghanims on the Witch Doctor. How often does that happen? It's now going to bounce, I think, 3 times, something ridiculous like that. It's going to bounce 3 times, and it does like 120 or 150 damage. It's ridiculously good. I mean, once Witch Doctor pops his cooldowns, you might as well do something. Pop your heal, pop your ult, and hope you don't get stunned. Hopefully he goes for Black King Bar next, but I'd be really surprised if he makes it there before the game ends. You almost never see that many items on a support Witch Doctor in a pro game. Undying still doesn't have his ult stick. He's kind of far away. He's about 1,600 away, unless he has any components over here. Doesn't look like it. Dust and Observer wards at base, and both teams are being very passive at this point. I'm going to speed this up just a little bit. This is not super exciting gameplay. But yeah, both teams being really passive. They do not want to engage. All they have to do is have one player out of position, and that could lose them the team fight. And I think Bristleback wants to pick up his Monkey King Bar first. Once they do have that, though, possibly going to see a big battle. Looks like, wow, the Lone Druid sitting on a lot of cash. He has enough for a buyback and for Boots of Travel. I'd love to see him pick up a Boots of Travel here, but nothing quite yet. He might be saving it in case he needs to buy back 2 games or 2 fights and team fights in a row. But Sentinel team's finally pushing mid here. We can slow this back down to regular speed. And Scourge team's going to have to show up to defend against this. We do have a TP scroll in the Enigma. He'll be TP in any moment. Clockwork's going to TP. The rest of the players are not. They don't have TP scroll. Smoke popped on the Earthshaker and that Lone Druid to get him back to the battle faster. But they're going to be able to pick off the star before the Scourge rallies to defend this. Bristleback is on the side, but they're going to pop their Glyph. Possibly going to survive. The tower gonna pick up the tombstone any second here. Wow, it goes down so fast. Bristleback taking a crap load of damage, gonna blade mail at the right time. The ultimate from that